Hey guys, Alex here, better known as that guy you see on your home feed every once in a while. Hey, it's that dude. I'm pretty sure he does YouTube. Man, I used to watch him when I was a child, now I'm older than him. Anyways, I'm back again with another amazing Pokemon content video. I know you guys were waiting for it. Some of you were. Some people messaged me about this. It has been a horrible time for Pokemon collectors and hobby enthusiasts. Much like myself, I've decided to get into this Pokemon thing at the absolute worst time imaginable. And so as a result, getting cards has been a little bit difficult. One of the sets that I've been the most excited about that I've yet to get my hands on is the Black Bolt and White Flare set. Now, I have been trying desperately to find something that's within a acceptable price range. Now, I know you guys are thinking, man, Alex, why do you care about the price of cards? Aren't you a billionaire? Alex, aren't you an Omega millionaire? Alex, is that a rug behind you or is that your dog? The point is, no, guys, it's not true, okay? I'm just like you. We're basically family. Well, the reality is I'm trying really hard to sort of not just buy cards arbitrarily off of eBay for exuberant prices. And also, I just really hate scalpers. I just genuinely don't like these people in the hobby who are buying out cards. They're waiting in GameStop lines, much like me. And then their first instinct is like, man, I can't wait to go home and put this up on the Facebook Marketplace for double the value. I could turn this 30 into 60, this 60 into 120. So I'm trying really hard to not pay over the market value of these cards. The other issue with paying over market value is, well, just like my Charizard ETBs that I opened up, I had quite literally shown to everybody how you could take $200 worth of Pokemon cards or product and turn it into $3 by opening it. Not that the price is relevant, but it does put a sour taste in your mouth whenever you're paying hundreds of dollars for a box of Pokemon cards, only to find out that the most valuable card that you unpacked is worth less than 3 cents on eBay. But we're talking Pokemon cards here, folks, okay? Oh, I guess all my animals are here today. Anyways, after going through the trenches of what is Facebook Marketplace, and I'm not even going to talk about eBay because eBay at this point is just bot central. It is run by robots and might as well be Skynet. Facebook Marketplace, though, at least you have some inclination of a human being that's putting up some of these products, but unfortunately, just like eBay, there's no real price control. So you'll see products on eBay range from, oh, that's pretty decent, to who is this person and they must be on drugs. Fortunately, though, I managed to find a pretty good deal on 2 boosters, one for Black Bolt, one for White Flare, for about $40 each. And to me, that was a good price. I reached out to this individual. I asked them where they would be. We exchanged information, and then I purchased these bolts. They were very kind. They even said, good luck on your pulls. Maybe they were too optimistic because I could have been a scalper, you know, trying to make a quick flip, trying to make $5 off of this transactions, which, to be fair, I did have very scalper vibes when I met them in person. I was very shady because I try to use a payment app that I don't normally. Anyways, the point is, I got these White Flare, these Black Bolts. You might be asking, Alex, why specifically these sets? Well, I just think, number one, they look cool. Some of their secret art rare cards are very neat looking. Specifically, I'm really after the Zekrom EX. I just think that's an awesome looking card, and I understand it's like very expensive, and some of the prices I've seen on eBay are pretty ridiculous. So I'm going to be realistic about this, that the chances are we're probably not going to unpack these, but having said that, it's still something fun to do, and that's why I'm trying to be reasonable about the price range. The other side of the coin is the White Flare cards, and I just find these to be very cool too. Obviously, at the end of it all, it is the Reshiram EX, which is the big sought-after card. People also are very hype about the Victini. The Victini, very cool-looking card, very unique. The red pop-out nature of it, it's just not a card that you would normally see in these collections. So I am looking forward to opening these up. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully we get something out of it. If we don't, I'm going to be a little upset. I might get a little crazy. Okay, so here we are. Yes, I picked up some black and white cards. Well, I should say black and white booster bundles, specifically Black Bolt and White Flare. Ended up getting these for a pretty decent price. Nowadays, I think booster bundles can go upwards of $45, $50. I've even seen upwards of $80, which is pretty crazy considering I think at market these are around 30 or so at most, retail outlets or like Walmart, Target, places like that. But this is the state of Pokemon at the moment, unfortunately. This is kind of what we have to deal with. I'm sure many of you as collectors and hobbyists are kind of experiencing the same thing as I am. So like I said, to me, this was a good deal. I managed to hunt through Facebook Marketplace and got those. So we got these bundles. We're going to open these up. Hopefully we get something good. I'm excited because I've been waiting to get my hands on a couple of these packs for a while. From all the card sets that I've seen recently, these to me stood out the most, and I am the most excited about getting into these, and I figured I'd share that with you guys. I mean, that's the whole point of what I've been doing recently with, getting into the hobby and things of that nature. But I wanted to open something very cool, or I think very cool, or it could actually be something completely garbage. I went on eBay one night very late and in sort of a tired stupor. I'm wearing this Eevee hat actually specifically post my Pokeathon. If you missed that, I managed to play a bunch of community voted on games on my Twitch. We managed to even complete a Nuzlocke, which hopefully I'll get a video out for you guys on that soon. Nevertheless, one day when I was very, very tired after streaming for a long period of time, I went on eBay and I looked up some tag slabs. Tag is a grading company. Some of you may be familiar with it. I've heard some good things about it, but I wanted to get my hands on a tag slab, so I started scrolling and scrolling through the eBay listings, and I must have at some point uncovered a mystery box. This is a mystery tag. I generally do not know what's in it. I bought it for around $30. I thought, man, what if this is something very cool? Because inside of these tag packs, they put in chase cards. So I think what the seller must do is he must send off a shipment or something to tag to get graded, and maybe one of the cards is like a really good one, but he themselves seems like they don't know what they are. So this could be like a low graded good card or a high graded terrible card. I don't know, but this will be my first slab, I guess, here on this channel and here for my ever personal collection, which is kind of funny, I suppose. I didn't buy like a PSA I want. I didn't go to like a store. I didn't even order a specific one off of eBay. There's plenty of cheap PSA 10s, or cheaper, I should say, PSA 10s of like cool cards that aren't like worth thousands of dollars. But I went with a tag mystery pack. So we'll see if I regret this or not. Truly, this is at this point, I think this is just a gambling channel. In fact, I think most of the content I've done has just been gambling content, now that I give it some thought. Anyways, okay. As mentioned, I don't know what's in here. It could be like a Umbreon, like a Moonbreon. It could be like a disgusting Trubbish. But apparently this is from Tag. This pack does look pretty legit. It does say there are handles at the bottom there, so I guess if this is fake, go after the seller. I'll let you know. Hopefully the Tag guys are watching this video. By the way, if you guys are watching this video from Tag, let me know. This up-and-coming YouTuber may be worth your time investing into, is all I'm saying. Anyways, okay, let's open this up and see what we got. I got my trusty X-Acto blade here because my hands are a little sweaty from how nervous I am about opening up these cards. I'm so nervous. Like I said, I have no idea what's in here. All I know this is a mystery pack off of eBay. I could put the seller up. I don't know if they want their information up. Let's try not to. Okay, so the way I have watched, I think, one other YouTuber do this, they're because of how transparent these packs are, the grade will be at the very top, and you'll be able to see it right through the pack. So I'm going to try to hide the grade for myself as well as you, so we can be surprised by it. I just have to see which side it's on. So I think I'll do this. This is so dumb. Okay, I'm going to look away. Don't look with me, okay? Nobody look. You guys might be able to see. I don't want you... Okay, I saw the back of it. That's all I saw. I saw the back of it. I don't know the grade. And, okay, I hit it. Okay, so I don't know what this is. I don't even know the name of this. But I'm just going to try to use my eyes and just go off the back of it. The back of it does look slightly off-center, so this can't be too high of a grade. And I mean, the sides look off-center to me. Nothing terrible, and this is an English card. We don't have a Japanese back on this, so this will be an English card. And I just saw the word hollow, so... Okay, ready to turn this over with me, guys? I'm very nervous about this. Very, very scared. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and... The dog's getting out of the dog bed. Do you want to get shocked? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Okay, this is a Mint 9, Cricketune from Crown Zenith, Sword and Shield. And it is looks like a art rare, holo. Sword and Shield, like I said, I'm not super familiar with Sword and Shield. I think this is a bug Pokemon that I'm pretty sure is an evolution. You can actually see it evolves from Kricketot. This is a Cricketune, as mentioned, Crown Zenith, Gallery. Sold listings, none. There are no listings. I don't know if this was entirely worth it. I don't think this will be too cheap, but I also don't think this is going to be super expensive. So overall, I'm not really sure. So this, and as a PSA 10, can actually be worth upwards of a couple $100. And honestly, like a Tag 9 to me isn't necessarily all too terrible. Now we do see a Gallery Holo PSA Mint 9. So yeah, this would, I mean, comparable to a PSA 9 here. It's worth about $20. So honestly, I'm actually surprised. I'll be real with you. I've not seen this art before. I do really like it. There's some Shroomish in the background. There's a whole bunch of different Mons there, and the Cricketune is just dancing. I've never seen this. This is actually a very cool card outside of the grade. So this is my first ever slab. I guess I could show that to you guys. First ever slab here. In general, for me, I will keep this for myself in my personal collection, just because this is a moment for me, and hopefully I guess a moment for you guys too that are watching this channel. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll give it away, but until then, this will be the start of hopefully a cool collection going forward. So shout out to the seller for not ripping me off. I honestly thought that they were going to be some garbage, and then I'm going to sit there and be like, guys, let me justify a $30 exhausted, falling asleep purchase here on this channel. But luckily, you know, I will say that's not the absolute worst thing that could have happened to me. So let me see if I can also turn the light here around. My lighting situation has not improved since the first video. It's actually gotten somehow worse. Okay, but let's get into the real juice of why you guys are here. Actually, I don't know if this is exactly why you guys are here, but this is why I'm making this video, specifically for these Black Bolt and White Flare booster bundles. There's obviously some cards here that I really, really want, but I'm sure most people, when they were opening up these sets, also had the same idea, so we'll see if I get lucky. I got some of these little stands here too, in case we get something huge, and that way I don't have to awkwardly show off to the camera and like out of focus at the end of the video. You guys can just see it throughout as you click through. We're upgrading here, guys. As you guys are watching these videos, I'm starting to upgrade a little bit. Maybe one day I'll get better lights. Anyways, all right, let's start with, I'm going to save the Black Bolt. I think I'm the most excited probably about the Zekrom. That would be my ideal, I guess, chase card, or if you want to call it that. Obviously, there's the Red Victini, but I also learned recently that the Red Victini that comes in these sets, there's two different sets, even though they're from the same, I guess, print or whatever you want to call it, release. Apparently the Red Victini, there's two of them, meaning that like if you were going to master the set, you wouldn't just need one Red Victini for both sets. You'd need two Red Victinis, one from White Flare and one from Black Bolt. I don't know how true that is. I just heard some guy while I was dying in the GameStop line talk about it. He told me this information. Again, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it is, Alex, you just need one Red Victini to complete the set. Or if I was that person that was mastering these sets, I would just get one, and I would lie to people and say, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to get one Red Victini and call it a day. So we'll see what we get here. There's some pretty cool cards. I'm excited about this, guys. I've been waiting to open these up. I'm pretty sure since I saw this set, I said, wow, these are really awesome looking cards. I would love to open this up at one point. It's just price-wise, it has been very, very annoying. It's been a real difficult time for us enthusiasts. All right, here we go. We have should be six packs, unless I got totally ripped off, which is a possibility when you shop in person instead of at stores. 10 cards in each one. And it looks like the print is the same for all of them. Let us start. Cracking through the top nowadays. I've gotten somewhat a little bit better at opening these up. As always, here you go, guys. Here's your code card if you're an enthusiast. We'll do the one in the back and then flip it over. All right, Basic Energy, 4-seed T-Pig, depends on what you want to call it, Yamask, Joltik, Simisear, Harlequin Trainer card. That's a very strange looking card. I'm not sure entirely how I feel about it, but we'll keep going. Stunkfish, not a fan of Stunkfish, I'll be honest with you. Swadloon, reverse, Blitzel reverse, and a full art Hilda card. Okay, a full art trainer Hilda card. And the center rating actually looks not terrible here. If you want to look at the back of it. Wow, first pack, first full art right away trainer card. I cannot complain about that. Let me take a look at Collector here real quick. Collector, of course. Still not sponsored, so I'm not going to give it a shout out. But Collector, I'm telling you, man. Collector, tag, any other Pokemon distributor, guys. I am desperate out here. More desperate than I've ever been. There it is. There's the Hilda card. $12 card overall. Wow, this actually might be worth, and I mean, just thinking about it, just because I took it out and I said this probably a card that people like in general. Again, I only give the prices, not so much because I'm a fiend for the prices. I think if I was, I probably would be, I don't know, maybe not just opening up all these packs and trying to sell them, but I'm just trying to give people context of how much the card is worth on the market. But there's cards that I like that are worth bottom dollar, if basically free. So just keep that in mind whenever I show the prices. I'm not inadvertently trying to say whenever you open up the cards, you should be looking for the prices too. But it's good information to know, especially if you do trades later, or if you're trying to, I guess, invest into cards that you want when you go to like swaps, things like that. It's good to know the value of your cards. So this is actually probably, I think, overall, one of the higher value cards that I may now have in my collection, unironically, from the first booster pack that we have here. So that could be a good sign, or it could be a sign of the end of times. There you go, make sure that card's in the end. Jesus Christ. All right, basic energy. Zuelos, Cottony, Litwick, Frillish, Stunkfish again, don't like that guy. Lipard, actually, I played Cobblemon, and Lipard in Cobblemon chased me to the end of the earth. Very dangerous guy. I don't know what this is. What am I even looking at here? Axelgor? Akelgor? He evolved from Shelmet. What the hell is a Shelmet? Scraggy. We've seen Scraggy before. This is a Osair illustrator Scraggy. Looks pretty scary, and there's a, looks like maybe a reverse here on the back. I just saw the peep of it as I was trying to see the quality of this Scraggy. All right. Verizon. Speaking of which, I gotta pay that bill. And last but not least, oh, a hollow, like a foil hollow goth. This is kind of like very weird. This is trippy. So I think it's a foil hollow Gothitelle. Okay, interesting card. Yeah, the pattern, I don't know if you can tell, but the lines are kind of cutting through the card and they're bleeding out onto the edges. That's a very interesting card. Next pack. Here's the code. Here we go. Basic energy. Vanillite. Not a fan of Vanillite. I mean, come on. Like, we're just making ice cream into Pokemon. Gothorita. Something I hate even more. This guy really makes me mad, okay? The ice cream cone I can forgive, but just a pile of trash? Stoutland. Levaney. Hilda. Okay, so we have a Hilda full trainer and a Hilda regular. Very cool. Lampent. That's a nice, and again, this is like a full hollow Lampent. That's a, like I can see the hollow pattern on top, but even though the background isn't, again, I'm not sure, is it unique for this particular set to have such a range of like hollow patterns? It's very cool looking. Reverse Ducklet and a Whimsicott EX. Very cool looking card. There it is, the Whimsicott EX. Nice. Not a huge fan of Cottony or Whimsicott, but you know what? We'll take it. I like getting EXs. They're always fun to look at. There it is. Another little card we can add to our little stand collection. There's the Whimsicott. Hopefully the camera doesn't screw that up. Code card for y'all. Here we go. Basic, okay, basic energy, but it's on fire, quite literally, with that crazy, again, these crazy hollow patterns. I'm not used to these. Maybe I just have not opened up these this generation of cards before. I feel like I have with Sword and Shield, or Black and White, I guess, but generally speaking, yeah, these are crazy patterns on these hollows. Vanillux, okay. Garbodor. Reverse Seawaddle. Again with that hollow on top. Gothitelle. This one's just a reverse. No foil. And last but not least, a Zoroark. There's... Oh my god, what was that? The cat just went crazy. A Zoroark. So my cat, you see that troublemaker in the background? Hey, you're a troublemaker, you know that? Causing a lot of trouble here during my opening. Doesn't care. Just does not care at all. I guess it's Zoomies time. Alright, here we go. Take this code for y'all. Enjoy. Strength. Oh, there's John Hamm. Pig Knight. Swadloon. Herdier. Gothita. Interesting art. Gothita. Swoobat. Swanna. Scrafty. Purloin. That's a very... it kind of looks a little bit like Celia, I will admit. That does look a lot like Celia when she's causing a ruckus. Vanillux Reverse. And a Chandelure. Again, all of these have that same... They must have... I mean, they must have come from the same batch. They all have that same, like, hollow pattern. It's between all three of these cards... It's like they literally came off the same, like, sheet. And am I crazy? Alright, this will be our last pack from White Flare. Honestly, can't really complain too much, because just based on, like, what I've seen from other pack openings, pull rates have been horrendous, and a lot of people have gotten basically virtually next to nothing. So... I really can't complain going into this. Obviously, the Whimsicott EX, and I'm pretty happy with the Hilda Full Art. That's a pretty neat card. Maybe that could be fun to grade for a future video. Who knows? Anyways, last pack. Let's cross our fingers, folks. Basic Energy, Baldur, Pignite, Duat, Swadloon, Zebstrika. Getting the back here. I'm getting a little worried. Durant, made out of clay. Yukamori Clay Art Durant. Energy Retrieval. Ferrothorn. Interesting Ferrothorn. Is that... It's just Pokeballs in the background. I can't tell if that's Master Ball or not, but that's a cool looking pattern. Deerling. And last but not least, Archeops. Archeops, and again with that pattern, this like crazy, these crazy patterns these cards have, man. I'm telling you, these ones have all like just been cut out from the same thing. All right, there was the White Flare official booster bundle has been opened and has been unlocked. As you can tell, we got the Whimsicott, we got the Hilda, as well as a few cool looking holo cards. But these are probably what we'll consider the hits out of these packs. Very happy with the Hilda card. Like I said, honestly, looks like a very good card overall. I can't really speak on like, you know, I might not have the best eye for what would be considered like a PSA 10 or something that's really clean and good to send off to PSA. But maybe again for a future video, this could be something cool. And then the Whimsicott, we will keep that Whimsicott. I like the holo pattern on this. This will make a good addition to our collection. All right, the big boy, the man of the hour, the Scarlet Violet Black Bolt. Hopefully this adjusts for focus and I'm not doing like a cringe bit. Black Bolt. I'm excited about this. I would love, man, one of my, since I started looking at cards, dream cards would be a Zekrom, full art rare, but if I could get it graded, getting it in like a Beckett 10, like one of those like black slabs, would be so awesome. I know that card particularly is worth like thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars, but that's not really why I think it would be cool. It's just, I guess, between the coloration of the label and between how cool like the matte black stuff looks with this set, I would be very happy in acquiring that. But you know, that is why everyone pulls cards. Everybody has those dream cards that they're looking for. But it all has come down to this, okay? It's come down to your boy finding some packs to open in the Facebook Marketplace. There's that code for y'all. All right, here we go. Basic Energy. Pawniard. Pansage. That's Pansage, these monkeys, they definitely get a lot of hate in black and white. I don't know. Speaking of which, Pampor as well. Docion, Lilligant, Alomomola, Darmanitan. Ooh, that's a cute Emolga art. I like that card. Very clean. Krokorok, and last but not least, Klinklang. Not a crazy start to these, but certainly not the absolute worst we could get. Although nowadays, what even is the absolute worst? I guess fake cards. Servine, excuse me. I like a reverse hiccup. Rufflet. Darumaka. That guy is terrifying looking. Solosis. Crocodile. The alien from Signs. Like what in the world is this? Fennel Trainer. Audino. Nice little reverse Audino. Timber reverse. And Landorus. That's a crazy looking art. Yeah, it doesn't even really look like Pokemon. It's like almost like out of an anime or something. I've never seen this Pokemon before, but the art on it is certainly unique and interesting. Cool. We're down to our last few booster packs. I guess we're almost. This will be halfway. This will be the halfway through mark. There's your code. Wow, that's a crazy looking basic energy card. Sheesh, I'm actually have to like put that in the binder because I think my other normal one isn't that insane. Culver Fossil, Girder, Servine, Axu, Bravery. I like the art on this Bravery. Looks almost like a painting or something. Golurk, Scolipede, Reverse Seismitoad. The R on it is neat. Foongus. Brother, what in the world is a Foongus? Oh my god. Okay, and last card. Volcarona. Corona?
Part of a family of viruses called, you guessed it, coronaviruses.
Code card. Alright, basic energy. Timpole, Sandile, Maractus, Drillbur, Throw, Among Us, Seismitoad. Oh, cute little Mincino, Reverse Mincino, Clang, Reverse Clang, and a Serpior EX. Okay, Serpior EX. That is a neat looking card for sure. I will definitely take that. Serpior EX. Evolution of Servine. Take a look at that. Alright, we got a couple more packs here left, folks. A couple packs left. Well, I can't be too upset. I mean, we got something out of these, which is better than nothing. I think most people will agree. Here's your code. So here we go. Cubchoo, Snivy, Pidove. That's a neat looking Pidove. Fracture. Semipore. Enzplan Trainer. Cincino. With the follow-up Mincino. Another Mincino reverse that we get. Panpour. Okay, and the last card is Haxorus. Seems very pissed. We have the last Black Bolt package. 10 cards and a dream. Will Alex get that rare Zekrom? Or will he continue having to go back to Facebook Marketplace and try to find more booster bundles for a reasonable price in this god economy? I mean, this could be it. My future kid's entire college fund could depend on this case opening. Pack opening. Sorry, old habits die hard. Here's your card. One in the front, last pack. Ooh, I'm feeling a little nervous. Maybe a strong start with the basic energy card. We'll see. I saw something, I don't know what it was, but it hurt my eyes. Larvesta. Clang. Cubchoo, Pidove, Professor's Research, Escavalier. Oh god, I'm nervous. Alomomola. Sounds like a song.
Mana mana. Mana mana.
Alomomola, Alomomola. All right. Thunderous. That looks pretty cool. I actually like the art on this. He looks very intimidating at 4'11", 134 pounds. It's just like me. Palpitoad. This could be an EX at the end, or it's another reverse. Well, like hollow foil. All right. Here we go. And it is a bear tick. It is a bear tick for the end. Cool looking bear tick. Kind of reminds me of like Adventure Time or something. The art on this. Well, folks, there you have it. These are the cards that we received from today's polls. Total of 12 packs in total. And like I said, I would say I got a pretty fair deal on these overall. Came out to be just about $6.66 per pack. A little bit above what you'd find like at MSRP if you went to a store, but I'm happy with just because I've been trying to open these up for a while, and if I get a deal like this again, I'm definitely going to try to open these up again, just because this set to me is very cool, and there's definitely some cards in here that I'm still going to try to go after despite getting what these cards were, which honestly not super terrible overall, but that's, I guess, the reality of Pokemon. That's kind of where we're at the moment, is hobbyists are trying to get their cards, scalpers are trying to get their dollar, and I don't know, stores are just trying to get a box or two to sell at any means necessary. So overall, things are just in a crazy spot with the hobby and I guess the industry overall. I'm not really sure what to say about it, but that's where we're gonna go for Lola wins. To me, got to open up some cards, got to have fun, share it with you guys. That's a big W. So if you enjoyed the video, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Maybe let me know, hey Alex, I think you bought a bunch of fake cards and that's why they were so cheap too, or cheaper than what you'd normally find them for. You might want to check out with somebody that knows a lot about Pokemon cards and try to see if you can hunt that person down. Or again, if you enjoy these types of videos and you want to see more, like I said, give it a like, give it a comment, just do some engagement. That way it will show up a bit more on people's feeds, and we can get some more cards in the future going, just because it tells me you guys like this type of stuff. So overall, appreciate y'all. Thank you a lot for sticking out with me, and I'll see you again for the next opening. I got some cool stuff for you guys in the future. I got some more packs, some more cards waiting, and some more things to talk about when it comes to Pokemon. So all right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.